Welcome everyone to another Q&A strategy call. I'm Jeannie Petrucci, registered dietitian nutritionist, culinary coach, and expert nutrition content creator. And as you can see, where are we? As you can see from the reflection in the oven behind me, I am not in New Jersey this week. So I welcome you to sunny Florida. And we are going to be business as usual today, just in a different state. So welcome everyone. We are streaming into Facebook, into LinkedIn, and then also YouTube. Now, Facebook is where we're going to maintain a recording with timestamps. So if you are watching us on LinkedIn or YouTube, make sure that you join our Facebook group. It's called Scale Your Nutrition Practice. And that's where you'll find the timestamp and the recording for our strategy call today. So welcome everyone. Let me just do a quick tech check. I want to make sure that we are live inside of our Facebook group. And yes, there we are. Let me open this up. Yep, our sound is good. All right, we're ready to roll. Hey, Jen. Hey, Stacy. Good to see you here. So let's get right into it. Today, we are going to kick off our strategy call with a conversation about creating a high converting landing page. We talked last time, 2 weeks ago, about building a launch plan. And so if you missed that, get into the Facebook group and watch that recording. I also sent out an email that provided you with your launch plan, like kind of playbook. And it really today is very similar conversation, and that if you follow a recipe that has been proven to work, you're more likely to have success. So the same thing with the launch plan that we talked about 2 weeks ago, we are going to be applying today to creating a highly converting landing page. There are no secrets. There's tons of information for you out there about building a landing page that is going to convert. The benefit to joining us here today is that we're going to talk about it specifically as it relates to health and wellness professionals, because a landing page to sell a widget is not exactly the same as a landing page to sell a course that impacts somebody's health. And it doesn't have to be a course. This could be a landing page for really any offer. So that's where we are going to start our conversation today. We created a blog post in collaboration with one of our EHR partners, Practice Better. I will, after this live, drop in the direct link to their blog post, but we actually are going to be taking a peek on the inside of that blog post today. So what you are getting today, what you're going to be hearing today, and what you will read on that blog post is really a coming of the minds of the experts in the EHR, Practice Better, and copywriters as well, but then also our experience with, again, delivering courses and offers to consumers as a health and wellness professional. I love alliteration. So when I first submitted kind of the categories or the framework for a high converting landing page, I started typing them out and they were all C's. So I'm like, oh, let's just go with it. And it worked out great. So today we're going to be covering the 10 C's of creating a high converting landing page. You are free to take notes as we talk today, but remember, I am going to be providing you with the resources that you're seeing today. So if you just want to sit back and listen and participate, that would be great. So the first C is capture. I'm going to share my screen with you right now. Here we are. This is the blog post that we wrote, again, in collaboration with Practice Better. I will get you that link so that you can read more. And let's just scroll down here. And we're going to start with the first C, which is capture. The first thing that your ideal customer avatar, right? So the person that you are targeting for your course, for your offer, the first thing you're going to see is the headline. It needs to elicit some type of emotion, right? It can't just be, this is a course about menopause. Now, I built, what you're going to be seeing today is a pseudo landing page. I don't have a course, for myself based on menopause, but we do have one in our library for our members. So if you are a Living Plate RX Prime member and you're thinking about offering a course on menopause to your community, bam, we created the landing page for you. So that's pretty exciting. So this is a pseudo course about menopause. There is no doubt in my headline that this course, this offer is about menopause. Just make it very, very clear right from the get-go, but you need to elicit some type of emotion. So when you're thinking about the headline for your course, what I want you to kind of dig in to is, what emotion do you have about delivering this course? Now, we're all passionate about the work that we do, but what really either lights you up on the inside about whatever the course topic is. So whatever lights you up about menopause. So maybe you had a really good experience about either yourself or supporting patients with the navigating that phase of their lives. So either it will light you up on the inside, or it will kind of make you angry, right? So you can tap into either one of those emotions. They will both work here. So the headline that we selected to capture the attention for our pseudo consumer is this one here: unlock the power of nutrition to reclaim your youth from menopause. So what I did here was I was tapping into the frustration and the anger that many middle-aged women feel about, entering into menopause. It's like their youth is being stolen from them. And so that's what I tapped into here. So somebody who is my ideal customer avatar, if they land on this page and they are either perimenopausal or currently navigating menopause, this is going to speak to them. Unlock the power of nutrition to reclaim your youth from menopause. So I have nutrition in there. So it's clear that we're going to be talking about food as it relates to menopause. I mentioned menopause, so it's clear about what it is about. And then the word unlock really, kind of taps into that emotional appeal. So below the headline here, you'll see some notes that the bullet points that the team at Practice Better highlighted for us. So your headline should be clear. So clearly communicate what your offer is. It should be relevant. So not everybody who lands on your landing page is going to be your ideal customer avatar, but the one that you want to stick and scroll will be your ideal customer avatar, right? So, and we're going to talk about how you know if your landing page is working a little bit later on in this call. But if you are getting people to your landing page and they're not staying there, or you're not even getting people to the landing page, then this is where you're going to start, right? So that initial message, that initial headline might not be where it should be. Again, you want to be specific. So you can have the headline, and then underneath you can add some specificity. Here, it's gain more energy, control food cravings, and manage weight gain, and reclaim your youthful self following a proven framework that delivers lasting results. That's a pretty powerful statement. And again, emotional appeal. You really need to tap into your ideal client and what they're feeling, and kind of agitate it a little bit, because you are going to offer the solution. So you agitate a little bit, and then you're going to offer a solution. So, and as we're navigating this, please drop comments. I see we have a number of people joining us. Oh, hi, Nina. Welcome. Jen, I like your background. Oh, great. Oh, I'm in a kitchen. So no surprise, Jen. All right. So the next step after the headline is to connect, right? This all happens in less than 3 seconds. They get the headline and then they scroll, right? So now you just want to keep them engaged. The idea behind your selling page is to keep them on long enough so that they click to buy, and that they get as much information as they want. Not everybody is going to scroll to the bottom of your landing page before they click to buy, which is where we're going to be talking about that call to action and where it should be in a minute. All right, so connect. The best way for you to connect with your ideal customer avatar is through storytelling and through video. So having a video, now this is, again, a video that is on the landing page. Here, let me show you. I think I have it up here. Yes. So here's kind of the anatomy of the landing page, right? Here's my headline. And then boom, I have what's called a video sales letter. This is me telling a story that connects with my ideal customer avatar. Most people don't do this. I'm not really sure why. Maybe some people are just not comfortable with video, but it has been proven to increase kind of click-through rates and success of landing pages if you have this right at the top, like right underneath your headline. I've even seen sales videos right next to the headline. And so you could do that too. Instead of next to your headline having a picture, you could also just insert a video sales letter. But that enables you to connect with your ideal customer avatar. It helps build empathy because you're going to be identifying their struggles and then share your value, right? So agitate again a little bit, like, I get it, I understand. If you have a personal experience with whatever condition you're going to be working on in this offer or course, share it. And then, of course, share your success. And it doesn't always have to be your experience. It could be an experience of a client. You could use, a pseudo client, but like telling a real story. You want to be authentic here. But you could tell that kind of a story too, but always make sure that you talk about the success of that. The video also helps you kind of cut through the noise. People are, getting lots of messages all day long, ending up on landing pages, and this will make you stand out from the rest, and it will help drive up conversion. So here's a statistic for you. 89% of people say watching a video has convinced them to buy a product or service. So if that's not enough to convince you that you need to put a video on your sales page, I don't know what is. So very strongly recommend that you have a video sales letter. Now, I am hosting this landing page that you're seeing now that was built on Kajabi, but you can really host it anywhere. Any landing page builder is going to allow you to insert a video. Some will allow you to upload your video natively, which is what I did here, or you can shoot a video, and it doesn't have to be like highly produced. You could just do it on your, actually I think I did this on my camera on my computer, upload it to Vimeo, and then you can generate a link. So landing pages can work both ways, but either way, you don't want them to click off the page. You want that video to appear as if it's, right there for them. Like you're right there with them, right? Cheering them on. All right. Number 3 is communicate. So you want to, this is the section where you're going to overcome objections, but you're going to want to agitate a little bit first. So you're not even yet, I haven't even talked about selling my offer yet, right? I'm still trying to connect with them. I've captured their attention. I'm connecting with them. And now I'm going to communicate with them so that they know that I understand their problems. So right here, you'll see PAS, problem, agitate, solve. So this is a framework that identifies somebody's problem first, kind of amplifies it, and then boom, you're the hero. You're going to come in and save them with your program. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You can do it as I've done here, which is, does this sound like you? So you could actually frame questions as if your ideal customer avatar were asking these of you, right? Or we're making these statements. I used to be able to eat anything. Now I'm gaining weight. I used to have lots of energy, but now I can barely get throughout the day without, feeling tired. So you can do it this way, or you can have, you can just highlight the problems. These are the problems that most women face. So you can do it either way. And then you see I have a call to action here as well underneath. So I'm just going to review this with you. So the problem is that menopause often depletes women's energy and confidence. Again, imagine yourself as your ideal customer avatar and think about the problems that she might be having. Think about things that she's already tried and failed, and talk about it. Talk about it here. This is where you want to do that. And then as you move forward, you're going to be getting towards the solution. So this section of copy is going to end with, it doesn't have to be this way. And that's actually how I ended it here, I think. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be this way. So here are all the problems that are, that are impacting your quality of life, but just know that it doesn't have to be that way. And then you are going to be setting yourself up for presenting yourself as an expert that can help them. Let me just come in here, see if we have any questions so far. Jen is saying, if I am excited and most passionate about women's health, similar to this example, including heart health, weight management, and optimizing nutrition, how can I bring that to the forefront with my own story so that it makes a connection? Jen, you really just need to practice telling your story. So that's what your video sales letter should be, Jen. If your ideal customer avatar is you, then present it that way. And we can do some work on storytelling. There's a lot of support inside of our library and Facebook group on doing this. So telling your story, Jen, could be really important with connecting, and state just like you. So just like you, 5 years ago, I started experiencing these symptoms and really struggled with getting family meals on the table that everybody could eat, getting through the day without being tired. Like, it was really bringing me down. And then something happened. And what happened, Jen, to you that allowed you to get through that phase? Or again, it doesn't have to be menopause, anything that you're talking about here, heart health, weight management, and optimizing nutrition for those. And then talk about how you solved your own problem and now you're going to solve theirs. So when you're using it's not going to be about you. When you're telling your story, your ideal customer avatar should not be thinking about you. They should be thinking about themselves. So you're telling your story, but if your story is speaking to your ideal customer avatar, they're not going to be hearing your story. They're going to be hearing their story. Does that make sense, Jen? Let me know if you have any more questions about that. We could spend a whole hour on storytelling alone. But yes, your video sales letter could be your personal experience. But also inside of our library, and also there's a link somewhere in this blog post about going through the decisional balance grid and uncovering, like, really what are the barriers that your ideal customer avatar is facing. And if those are all the same barriers that you yourself have experienced in tackling this health concern, then say that. That's actually a great video sales letter to do. All right, so communicate the problems, agitate them a little bit, and then you're setting yourself up to be the expert and to provide the solution to their problem. Okay, let's go back here. All right, confidence. Let's scroll here. Number 4, confidence. Now I have not yet, and in my video sales letter, I did introduce myself, but I didn't talk about my personal story. I have not yet talked about myself, aside from dropping my credentials here. That does not come until after you communicate the problems. Confidence. So here is where you're going to showcase your expertise. Really, why should they work with you? Why you and not everybody else that is offering the same kind of a program? So you want to tell them why they should work with you. And here's a good example of me just sharing a little bit of my story to connect further with them. As a 58-year-old almost 59, post-menopausal woman, I understand what it's like to struggle with losing vitality, energy, and confidence that menopause robs us of. Right? So again, leaning a little bit into that negative because it's honest, it's authentic. That's how I felt, and that's probably how a lot of my ideal customer avatar clients feel. Drop in some of my credentials and how long I've been doing what I've been doing. I'm a busy mom, so maybe that resonates with my ideal customer avatar as well. And then bringing in that I've been a private cooking instructor. So you want to make sure when you are talking about yourself, it's not just your credentials and your education, like that's important, but bring some like life experience into it as well. The fact that I have been a cooking instructor for over 25 years is one of the things that differentiates me from other health professionals, offering the same kind of a thing. So think about things that you can add in here that are going to differentiate you from everybody else. That will be important. Okay, so this is still confidence. You want them to be confident that you are going to be able to solve their problem, even if. So this is the even if section. Often one that is overlooked because people are like, oh, I already talked about the problems. Yes, you have. Excuse me. I think I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Just going to put this up a little bit. So this section here is talking about the problems, but just kind of from a different angle, right? So what you're talking about, taking them on this journey and helping them, but they're still going to have some objections. You need to think about that. Like what, and again, this is that decisional balance exercise that we've gone through so many times in our group, and it is available inside our library to members. Going through the decisional balance exercise will make it super, super clear what the barriers are that are going to be in the way of your client's success. And when they're on your landing page, they're thinking about that, right? They're probably thinking, wow, this is great. This is me. I want to sign up. But, I've tried it before and I didn't have success, right? So the but or the even if, that's what you're focusing on here. So even if you don't have time to cook, even if your family is picky, even if you don't, I don't know how to cook, right? So no time to cook, don't know how to cook. So lack of confidence. I don't like cooking, right? So digging a little bit deeper into the barriers that are going to prevent them from having success. And then it's basically like no excuse not to buy, right? That's where we're getting at here. Any questions on this so far? Where can we find this? I'm going to post a link, whoever's asking that question. I am going to be posting a link after Stacy. This is a blog post that I'm going to scroll up here so that you can see it, that Practice Better. It's right here. I'll drop this link. I just can't drop it in now while I'm talking, but I'll drop this link for you guys and you'll get access to this entire blog post. And then also there is a video that goes along with this where I speak with Shelly, a client success manager at Practice Better, and I talk about this in more depth. So here's your expertise, kind of what makes you different from everybody else. Then it's like, even if, join me because I'm going to really support you and make sure that you get success, even if you have these concerns. This is another piece of kind of the confidence pillar, which is a satisfaction guarantee. Now, you don't have to do, I think I'm not on camera anymore. Hold on. Hello. All right. You don't have to offer a money back guarantee. But if you do, you're going to give them even more confidence that they should be working with you. Now, here's what's great about a money back guarantee. You're going to know really fast if your program is good or not. Like at the end of the day, if people get results and people are getting value, sometimes even if people get value, but they don't see the results that they expect, they're still happy because they see that you have done your job and what you promised to do, right? It's not your job to get the client success, right? That's their job. You're there to support them. So it doesn't always work in practice. You can't really say everybody who goes through this program is going to have 100% success with meeting their goal. That's not true. But in delivering as much value and support, people are going to walk away feeling good, again, whether they got the ultimate result that they wanted or not. So really, it's not so risky. But again, it's going to let you know very quickly if you have a good program or not. So what you can do is you can qualify your money back guarantee, especially with a course. So a program where you can track their progress, you can offer a guarantee that says something like this. If you do the work, and now I'm reading below here, if you do the work and you complete the lessons and you don't receive value from the program like that you were expecting, we will refund your money within 30 days of your purchase. So if you have 10 people sign up and 9 people ask for their money back, you got to go back to the drawing table because, and that's actually valuable information, right? So why do you feel like you didn't get value? The answer is, well, I just didn't have time to do the course. That's not your fault. That would have been their problem if they didn't go through the course. But if they go through the course and you provide them the support and the value that you said you would, you shouldn't get a whole lot of people asking for their money back. So interested to know, has anybody here offered a money back guarantee? Share with me in comments if you've offered a money back guarantee before, or if you're scared to offer a money back guarantee. I will say that initially I was frightened to offer a money back guarantee when I first got started because I was looking to grow my practice. But in the end, it worked out because I delivered the value that I said I would and tracked my patients' progress through different programs. So you'll be able to see if somebody's kind of fallen off the rails a little bit, and you can support them with getting back on so that they can continue to get value from the course. Let me just come over here and see. Scared to offer. So Kathy is saying that she has. Kathy, was it valuable? Was it valuable to offer a money back guarantee? Now, what I'd like you to do, Kathy, thank you so much for dropping in the link. So Kathy Levin just dropped in the link to the Practice Better blog post. So it's here now. You can follow that link and you can get access. Kathy, thank you so much. You're very kind to do that. Okay. So we have a few people saying scared to offer, scared to offer. Somebody's saying I take insurance, so they're charged for services. So that is a different animal. So if somebody is opting into an offer that they're not paying for and insurance is paying for, then you probably don't want to offer the money back guarantee, because that gets really difficult. But this would be really more for a self-pay. Somebody who is using insurance to go through your program, it's already no risk for them. So don't worry, you wouldn't have to offer that. So whoever asked that question, I wouldn't worry about that. Kathy is saying she's never had anybody ask for a refund, and I think it made them feel more at ease to opt in. Of course it did, Kathy. Because I see your marketing. People who opt into Kathy's programs, they know exactly what they're getting into. Kathy, you are super clear on what your offer is to clients. So offering the money back guarantee just eliminates the risk. Like, there's literally no risk, right? But I will say, you need to have confidence in your program and in yourself that your offer is what they need. And this just helps them get over the hump. So I would experiment with it. Again, I've done it with great success. Kathy, there are many people who do it with great success. Think about yourself too. If you're thinking about a program and they offer a money back guarantee, there's no risk, right? If you're already quasi sold on it, that's an easy click. So I do offer a money back guarantee for my membership. It made me very nervous at the beginning because I was looking to grow my business. But at this point now, I'm very confident that I offer the value that I'm communicating to my potential members. So there's no risk. Say join for a month. If you don't see the value in our membership, then I'll give you your money back. And of course, we rarely have people asking. Usually people ask because it might not have been a good fit for their practice. Okay, so if you are scared to offer money back guarantee, I want you to read this section on the blog post and consider it. Consider offering a guarantee, because I think that you will find increased conversions. And there is proof that you will have increased conversions by offering a money back guarantee. Okay, so now let's talk about corroboration. Moving on here. Corroboration, social proof. Where did you go, corroboration? There you are. We still have a lot of C's to go. Okay. All right. So corroboration, this is all about social proof. So have other people gone through this program and had success? That is a question that you need to answer. Your ideal customer avatar, who is now scrolled down more than half of your page, needs to see that other people have had success. This is a little bit sticky for business to consumer landing pages, only because, especially if you're dealing with a sensitive health condition, it's a little bit harder, not impossible, but a little bit harder to have patients and clients opt into using their photo. This is most powerful with the photograph of the person, for sure. So if you are offering, remember last week we talked about offering a beta test of like your course before you even launch it. So that's part of the launch runway. Part of that could be, if I offer you this beta program at either the reduced rate or for free, one of the things I'm going to ask back is for a picture of you and a testimonial. That's what I did when I first launched programs, and nobody said no. So it was great. But you do need to offer something in exchange for that, right? So some people might just be like super fans and be like, oh, sure, use my photo. But with patients and clients, again, sometimes it could be a little bit sticky. So we help you navigate that, in the launch runway. We share with you, one of the great ways to get photo testimonials. So this is where you are going to include the names and pictures and experiences of clients who have gone through your course. Now, it can be the beta course. It doesn't have to be the live course. If you haven't even launched it yet, that's totally fine. But what you do want to make sure of is that this testimonial speaks to what you are selling on this page, not, oh, Mary was such a wonderful health coach and I was able to meet my health goals. Well, that's not moving. That's not going to get people to move their feet to click the buy button for you. It needs to be more specific. It needs to be about this specific offer, and it needs to be more specific. So you can read through these testimonials. These are kind of textbook testimonials. My favorite way to collect testimonials for social proof and corroboration is to send out a form and ask them questions. And then I would write the testimonial and send it back to them for approval. That's how you have a well-written testimonial. It's a lot to ask of clients and patients to write like the perfect testimonial. That's not going to happen. So just asking some key questions like, what was your life like before you took this course? What, were the things that changed after you took this course? What were some of your reservations about purchasing this course? All of that is really good information. And you take those answers, you put together a testimonial, and then you send it to them for approval. That's the best way to get a testimonial. Okay, Jen has a question here. What if your program is new and you don't have testimonials yet? You need to have somebody go through the program. I would not launch a program that nobody has gone through. So I would go back, Jen, to take a look at that launch runway. If you launch a program that nobody has gone through, it's a little risky because there are a lot of things that could go wrong in a program launch before you have somebody go through it. So if you are just launching a new program, Jen, just call the first launch your beta launch, offer a slight discount, or again, you could offer it free for the first 10 people who sign up, and then you can get valuable feedback. You're going to want to check your tech, your content, and again, collecting testimonials is important. So the testimonials have to be authentic, Jen. So you're not going to be able to take testimonials from people working with you on other things and plug them into this landing page. They really work best when they're specific about what this landing page represents. I hope that makes sense. All right, call to action. Biggest mistake I see people make, and a mistake I made frequently. Let's just see here, the call to action. So typically when you build a landing page, let me come to this. So here's the actual anatomy of a high converting sales page. Let's just scroll down. I want to count, I actually didn't count, so let's count them together. The number of times I'm asking for the sale, right? So the call to action appears multiple times on your sales page, and it is the only active link. The only active link. So if you're offering your course on your website, just make sure that on your sales page, you don't have your header with like, about me, our team members, my blog. No. This page is meant to sell your program. So the only link that should be on your page is the call to action to buy. So this one has 1, I'm ready to take control. 2, ready to take me to the matrix, because this is called the menopause matrix, which we haven't even gotten to yet. Join our supportive community now. 3, let's go. 4, let's work together. 5, see here, 6 times. So I would say anywhere from 4 to 6 is solid. You could actually have even more if you wanted to. Okay, let me just scroll up here because we skipped over a piece here. So after the pain points, this wasn't, let me just go in here. I don't think that this was noted in the blog post here. Okay, so underneath, after you talk about the pain points and kind of agitate and then say it doesn't have to be that way, that is where you come in and provide the details of your program, what the solution is, what's included, not every little painful detail, just kind of high level. This is lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4, and kind of here's what's included. So that's offered here. You're going to get this handout again. It's inside of the blog post. So you'll be able to see how we set that up. And then you follow with why you should work with me, right? So here is where all of that content for the solution is, right? So all of your content, you're not going to have this at the top of your page. It's going to be right in the middle. Okay, so here are testimonials, the social proof, talked about objections. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Okay. Confidence, we already covered that. Here we go. All right, so your call to action. So I had it 6 times. Again, 4 to 6 times, like actually 6 to 8. I would say 6 is minimum, average. So target that and different things, ask for the sell. You don't have to say learn more. Like if you want them to buy, say, buy the course now or opt in now, or I'm ready, take me to the matrix. You can get creative with the call to action, but make clear that it is for the sale. You don't have to do a soft sale here, because especially at this point in the sales page, they're getting ready to buy. Okay. scroll down here. All right, consistency. So I am going to scroll back up so that you can see, just take an overall look at the sales page, right? Consistent colors, consistent branding. So the colors for this course, now the colors for your course and your brand don't exactly have to match, but it does need to be consistent on your sales page. So mine is subway tile, marble, dark gray, and lime green. So everything that I have here is consistent with my brand and with the offer. So I am offering cooking videos and culinary experience as part of the Menopause Matrix. And so I include that here. So you want nice visuals. These kinds of visuals are created very, very easily inside of Canva. So anybody can do that. So you can see, again, the dark gray, the lime green, and the subway tile and the marble. So you want to be consistent with your brand throughout. Oh, you're welcome, Jen. Okay. That was consistency. All right, so make sure that your brand is consistent on the page. Now, claim. I actually have at the bottom of my page here, the disclaimer. I'll show you a close-up of that. Most of you already have it on your website, but if you are creating a separate landing page, you definitely want to include a disclaimer, any disclaimer about the course. I actually had two on this page. So one is a basic disclaimer about this site not providing medical advice. You can see that down here. For the Living Plate RX members who are joining us, this is inside of your library. We do provide you with a disclaimer, but it could change depending on your offer. I also included a disclaimer up here inside of the offer. Just see if I can blow this up a little bit so that you can see it. Right here. It says hormone testing, micronutrient testing, blood work, and supplements are not included. So think about other things that you're going to be having that are included in your course. Maybe you are billing for insurance for counseling, but everything else is self-pay. That's something that you want to make clear in some type of a disclaimer. You know, private counseling sessions will be billed to insurance, but the balance of the course is your responsibility. So any type of disclaimer needs to be noted very clearly on this landing page and not just on your website. All right, and then we're getting to the end here. We have two more C's that we want to cover on a high converting landing page. Number 9 is create. So where are you going to host your page? The call to action is where people are going to buy. So your call to action button can lead to your EHR. So these call to action buttons would lead to Practice Better. But the landing page could be hosted on Kajabi, Thinkific, your mail service. So if you have Active Campaigns or Infusionsoft, something like that, WordPress, you can also create landing pages. So however you create sales pages for your programs, you're just going to build that as a separate URL, but your call to action button is going to lead to your payment processor. Again, that could be Practice Better, or it could lead to, you know, direct to Stripe or PayPal, something like that. Any questions on hosting your sales page? Oh, hi, Annie, Jeannie. As always, this is fantastic. I'm so glad you're finding it helpful, Annie. Always good to have these conversations. And there's so much information inside of this blog post. I'm really excited for you guys to dive into it. All right, and you can see they're noting here also inside of where you're going to be hosting your landing page. Notice the lack of the navigation bar. So if you are hosting your landing page on, let's say, WordPress, you want to make sure that you don't have the navigation bar at the top, because your typical navigation bar, again, is going to have home or about me. You don't want people navigating away once they're here. So if you're promoting your course, yes, you are going to be driving people to your website, but you're going to be driving them specifically to this page. So you don't want them to, the only link you want them to click is to buy now. All right, so check and analyze your results. If you follow the launch plan that we talked about last week and you build a high converting landing page, you're going to get a lot of data. Set your goals for what you want. How many people do you want to not ultimately? I mean, you could say, I want 10 people in my program and work back. If you want 10 people in your program, you're going to need to have significantly more people get on your landing page. So you can see here that a conversion rate, an average conversion rate is about 4%, right? So consider that when you're thinking about how many people need to get on your landing page. So a significant number need to get on your landing page in order to drive even a small number, 5 to 10 people. So if you're not getting people to opt into your program, it may not be your program. It just may be that you're not getting enough people onto your high converting landing page. So if you follow the launch plan and you follow the rules about creating your high converting landing page, you should be good. You just need to drive numbers to the landing page. You need to get eyeballs on it. So the best thing about a landing page is that it's not static. You can change it at any time. So if you find that people get on your landing page and then they're hopping off, because you can see those metrics inside of the landing page manager, then maybe it's your headline. Maybe you're not being specific enough. Maybe you didn't include a video sales letter. Somebody also asked here earlier how long a video sales letter should be. Typically, it is between 2 and 3 minutes, but I'm actually experimenting with a much longer one for a new sales funnel that I'm launching this week. So I'll let you know how that goes. It was actually 15 minutes, but typically video sales letters are 3 minutes or less. So whoever mentioned that, thank you for asking that question. Okay. Oh, and that's it. Okay, so let's go back to the anatomy of a sales page, and we're just going to run through it really quick from the top to the bottom again. All right, so you have your banner with your hero image at the top, and you're going to have your headline. Again, compelling statement, super specific, emotional, tap into an emotion. You're going to have your video sales letter right here at the top. Just a call to action button immediately following your video sales letter, and a little bit of your promise, right? Like start reclaiming the life you deserve and live the life that you want in the next 28 days. One thing that we didn't mention about being time bound inside of the blog post, that can be really important too. And giving somebody, if you're having a course, somebody go through your course that is 4 weeks long, then talk about that by saying you're going to see a transformation in the next 28 days or 48 hours or whatever offer it is that you have. Letting people know how long it's going to take them can be important. So optional, but you can include that, and this is where you would do that. Your pain points, really bring them to the surface, agitate them a little bit, and then let them know, it doesn't have to be this way. Here's your solution. Create some really nice graphics that are consistent with your brand. Specific without being too specific about, you just want kind of a framework for what the course experience or what the offer is going to be. In this course, we have self-paced 4-week learning. We have customizable meal plans, private counseling sessions, and group coaching sessions included. Now, nobody's asked this question yet, but this is reminding me, do I put my prices on the website? When somebody clicks on your call to action, they're going to see the price immediately. So, you can include the pricing on your landing page, but you don't have to. Experiment with that and see. So if you do include the price, you don't want to include it up at the top. You definitely want to make sure that people have seen enough value to justify what you are charging. So this is a really nice place. If you are going to offer pricing on your website, this is a good place to do that. But everybody knows if I click on this call to action button, I'm going to see exactly what the cost is going to be. Here's your expertise, your social proof, objections. Again, I hear what you're saying, Jeannie, but I've tried to do this before and I didn't have success because, right? So even if you've tried this in the past, you'll still be able to have success. And then I included a further FAQ section. For some simple offers, you don't have to do that. But if you have, a 4-week course, it's kind of expected that you have some frequently asked questions. And this is what the beta test is really good for. So when you do the beta, think about what were the questions that people were asking you, frequently about the program, right? How does it work? Why is it different? And again, I've included how much does it cost here. This is the risk reversal here, and then your disclaimer. All right, come back. And those are our 10 C's. Any questions on the high converting landing page? let's see, we have one. Is there more success in offering a 4 to 6 week or an 8 to 12 week program? You could offer both. I mean, you don't necessarily, I think it depends on the transformation that you're promising. If you're running a weight loss program, clearly an 8 to 12 week program is going to be, more sustainable way to achieve that transformation. But if it's, learning how to cook healthy family meals or addressing a specific condition where impact can be seen in 4 to 6 week window, then that's the answer. So I would ask whoever asked that question, I would ask yourself, how long is it going to take, given what I'm offering, for my ideal customer avatar to see results? Sometimes it's going to be 4 weeks. Sometimes it's going to be 8 weeks. So there's no right answer to that question. Okay. Do you prefer Practice Better to Healthy? Oh, hi, Nina. Thank you for asking that question. So I serve our entire community, and our community uses both Healthy and Practice Better. So they're different platforms, and the best way to discover which is right for you is to dive into both and make that decision. So here, we used Practice Better as an example because they wrote this blog post with me. But it's not that I prefer one over the other personally. I'm not a private practice dietitian. So, it really does depend on your practice and what you're looking for, Nina. You could also ask in our Facebook group if you had specific questions about either one of our platforms. Our community is more than happy to share their experiences. Okay. Okay. Is there more success? Oh, somebody already asked that question. Okay, perfect. Somebody's asking, are you actually offering this course? No, but I would actually love to offer this course. This would actually be a really good course for me to offer if I were still in private practice. But this course, the Menopause Matrix, was built on nutrition and menopause course that's available in our library. So if you are interested in offering a course on menopause, we've already built it. There's no reason for you to do all the research, get all the references, and write a lesson plan. We all are more or less going to be saying the same thing about nutrition as it impacts menopause, but you can take that information and make it your own, infuse your brand, infuse your voice, and your philosophy into the course that you offer. Somebody's saying, "Ooh, I have to check that out." Yes. And we are just getting that. The menopause course is just getting ready to be loaded into our EHR partners, so Practice Better and Healthy. So if you want to offer that and you want it pre-built inside of your EHR, let me know. Do we need a paid subscription on Practice Better if only using it to deliver the courses? Yes, you do. You need to be a member. So you can reach out to Shelly at Practice Better. Whoever asked that question, because I can't see here, let me know, and I will put you in touch with Shelly at Practice Better. Is Metabolism One available? Yes, Metabolism is ready and available. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now for a second to come to hello. Great. So did you guys find that helpful? Was that good to kind of go through the blog post and go through this anatomy of a sales page? Again, none of this is my opinion. This is like kind of evidence-based marketing, just learning a lot from experts who do this for a living and knowing what works, right? So I've built sales pages, I've used them, I've tweaked them. I never used to include a video sales letter. And then the second I started including them, my conversions went almost doubled. So, you live and you learn. So I did infuse a bit of my experience in here, but overall, what you're going to find written here on this blog is evidence-based. And let me just scroll down here to show you that there is, on this page, I think there is, yes, right here. So there is a video embedded here of a conversation between myself and Shelly Myers from Practice Better. So you can watch, I think it's about 40 minutes long, takes you through the details of the sales page. Oh, I'm showing you, and Jeannie, here we go. There it is, sorry guys. All right, so that's where you'll find that video. All right, so let's move on into some questions that we had, and then some comments too. So we are in the process of building a content development board. So we already have 10 members who are going to make up the content development board. This board right now consists of registered dietitians and culinary professionals who are going to support us with creating a content development calendar for you. So my goal has always been to be at least a month ahead, but ultimately I want to know all the content that we're creating for our members for the rest of the year. And having this content development board is going to support us in doing that. So it's not going to be, content that I want to create. It's really going to be they're really going to be representing you, listening to you about what content you want, so that we can schedule it out and make sure that it gets done and gets placed into your library. So you can look forward to being introduced to our development board probably within the next 4 weeks. We're going to have everybody up on our new website, which is also launching in a couple of weeks. So I just want you to know kind of where we're heading with our content development process, because that directly impacts you all. So somebody is saying here, I'm working on my website and this session is very helpful. Excellent. I'm so glad that you're finding it useful. All right. We had a question about come in. It was actually on the Facebook group about the difference between static and customizable meal plans. So you can issue meal plans 2 ways. Now, we started initially offering static meal plans because our clinical partners, so those institutions who use our meal plans with their patients, they really weren't interested in the customizable version. They just wanted to send patients a meal plan to kind of get them started, but they didn't necessarily want them changing the meal plan, and they also wanted the lower expense. So that's why we created the static meal plans. Another way that the static meal plan can be super useful, number one, it's less expensive but although it doesn't have to be, you guys name your own price. But typically, if you're going to be giving somebody a static meal plan, it's not as valuable as a customizable meal plan. So if you have a client who either doesn't want the expense of your customizable, or they're not digital savvy, they just want you to send them a meal plan, or they're going through an elimination phase, the static meal plan might be the best option, because the static meal plan does not allow the consumer to change anything. You can change their plan, but once it's issued to them, they can't change it. They can't search new recipes. They can't change it. So if you have a client going through the elimination diet or the antihistamine meal plan, you're probably not going to want them to search the database for other recipes. You're going to want them to more or less stick to that plan as closely as possible. Now, they're not going to be able to follow it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack every day. So when you're planning that meal plan, make sure that you schedule leftovers in there, because you don't want people to feel like, oh my gosh, if I don't follow this plan exactly, I'm not going to get results. But for elimination diets, you do want them to follow a meal plan as closely as possible. So that's another reason why the static plans might be useful in practice. Aside from those few reasons, everybody should be getting a customizable meal plan, because it helps you differentiate yourself from the competition. So there are meal planning software platforms out there that create PDF meal plans. Again, they're only useful for certain applications, and they're only useful for a certain amount of time. The customizable meal plans, your patients can print them, or you can generate a PDF, but it gives them the ability to change and modify their meal plan, which is, again, somewhat unique to our platform. Okay, how to change a welcome video. All right, now I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to make it pretty big here so that you can see. All right, so we had a question about changing in the welcome email, changing the video. So to change a video in a welcome email, let's say you are creating a meal plan. This is in the signature planner. Let me just come back out here so I can show you. Inside of Living Plate Prime, you have your signature meal plans. You cannot change the welcome email for these meal plans, right? These meal plans are, pre-created for you, but you can duplicate any one of these meal plans, name them whatever you want, and then you can dive in and edit what you want. So I'm going to show you how to edit the welcome email and the video that exists inside of it. You're going to go to the signature plan that you create, go to configure, and you're going to scroll down to your welcome email. You should infuse yourself and your brand all in this, right? So you can mention that you work with Living Plate RX for the software or not. It's entirely up to you. Talk a little bit about the meal plan. And then here you can see is a video in the lower right-hand corner. If you click on that, you can edit that link. See where it says edit link? There it is. So this is a Vimeo link that's a link into my Vimeo account that houses this short meal plan tutorial video. This video is available to you, and others are available to you inside of your masterclass. You can download it, edit it, upload it to your own Vimeo account, and then offer it here. You could also do like a short video of yourself navigating the course or the meal plan, whatever it is, whatever video you want to offer, you can do that here. Again, you just click on it, just go back here, click on it, and then you can edit it here. All right. Let me close the screen here. Any questions on that? Do you have any questions about the meal planner or content? Anything else here? Because we're getting close to the end here. All right. Do you suggest launching one course at a time? What is a good strategy to follow if we want to offer multiple courses? Yes. I don't know if you haven't launched a course before, it's a lot of work, which is why we provide you with as much support as we can. So you have the launch runway that you would go through for a particular course. Now, if you are offering multiple courses to multiple like ICAs, like totally different people, that could get really hard. But let's say that you serve mostly like women's healthcare, that like Jen, that could include family mealtime strategies, that could include heart health, that could include menopause. So you are going to have populations that you're going to want to address. So you need to work that out first. You can't offer the same courses to the same people over and over again. You need to offer courses that are specific to your ideal customer avatar, and you might be serving 2 or 3. So the answer to your question is, do you want to launch more than one course? You can. I would start with one, figure out what works, and then you can duplicate it for another course. Launching more than one course at a time could be tough. I've done that, and it is difficult. So start with one. That is my recommendation. Do clients get okay. So Orville is asking about gift codes. Okay, that's a great question, Orville. So promo codes are, let me just come here. I'm going to answer your question, Orville. So Orville is asking about gift codes for clients. So let me come back to the banners here. And I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you. So you don't want to use those old gift codes, Orville. What you want to do is create your own promotion code. So go into your dashboard, your Living Plate RX dashboard, and go into your account and go into, wait, was it account or no? Let me hold on one second. That is, oh, sorry. You want to go into Prime and into your subscription settings. So your subscription settings are here. Just click edit. We're going to unnest this so that it makes it easier for you guys to find. And then you create a promo code. So Orville, you will create a promo code for your population for however long you want. So you could do 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days. Essentially what the promo codes do, Orville, is that it enables your clients who are signing up on a landing page to extend the trial. So the trial on the landing pages, on the meal plans, let me just open this up. We'll just open up a meal plan here. So this is my branded meal plan page for this demo account, but yours will be branded for you, right? So see where it says subscribe now? And then if you, let me just pull this up. At the bottom, I have a promo code. So they will enter the promo code here. So it might be gift 7, for 7 days. It might, hold on one second. It might be gift 7, it might be gift 14, whatever you want to use. Those gift codes that you mentioned, Orville, I think are the old ones that we used to have everybody use. Now you can create your own. So again, you're going to have your clients enter them here on the landing page, and where you create them is inside of your subscription settings. Go back there, click edit, your subscription settings, and boom, right here. So just create a new promo code. So your free trial, how many days do you want to give them? And then once you create that promo code, they can use it on your landing page. Is that helpful, Orville? Okay, another question. Where do I find the sales page for menopause in Living Plate RX? Oh, that's a good question. So you build that. You build that, Nina. So you are going to build this sales page for your course. Is that your question? If you're asking for a meal plan page for menopause, there's no meal plan specifically for menopause. You would probably use the Flex plan or the anti-inflammatory plan as your base. and then apply that. You can rename it whatever your menopause program is. So I would have like the Menopause Matrix Meal Plan, for example, for my landing page. So Nina, I think what you're asking me though is where do you find this sales page that we created? And let's just go here. Here it is. We are going to give you access to this inside of that blog post. Now the blog post was already posted. Kathy posted it earlier on in our conversation, but I'll post it again for you. So Nina's saying, I thought you said the sales page was already built and we could use it. The landing page for the meal plans is built. A sales page for a course you need to build, because a sales page for a course is going to be specific to your offer, right? So I give you all of the content and all of the direction that you need to create a sales page for your offer. I also give you access to the content to create the actual offer, right? The course itself, but you need to put it together based on your brand and your brand assets. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so let's come back to hello, and we're wrapping it up here. So I'm laughing because I got up early this morning and I was going through feedback of our chef's plant-based beta. And this is just like the perfect example of why you don't launch a course before you have people go through it. I had gone through, now this is a 13 lesson course that our members have access to. It's a culinary skills course. I went through it so many times and thought that I had caught every animal product reference. Clearly I didn't, because when I opened up our beta feedback, I had missed a lot. And so I am now going back in, I'm making those changes. Some of the cooking videos needed to be edited. For example, we had like a tangy beet yogurt dip and it said Greek yogurt without saying plant-based underneath, right? So a lot of the times it's just me inserting kind of plant-based language into the videos, and other times it's just like that video can't be used, or that slide or that content can't be used. So we are cleaning that up, but that is, it's already built. And by the time we launch our new library in Kajabi, everybody will have access to that. Same for the fertility collection. The finish line is now in sight. Like, we're almost there. This is probably the most robust reference list that we've worked with in terms of building a course. So Fuel Your Fertility is going to be available by the end of next week for everybody when we when we open up the new library to everybody. So as a reminder, we are taking our library, and think of our library as a bricks and mortar library, right? Like the library that you have a card to that you go and take out books. Our library is currently housed on Teachable. That's the bricks and mortar kind of image that you can have. But we need more functionality for our library that Kajabi offers. So we have moved everything, copied everything from Teachable over to Kajabi, and we're getting ready to open up our doors. So we're going to have our grand opening probably at the end of next week, so about 10 days or so. We're probably going to admit, maybe 20 people at first, just to make sure everything's working and that you can find things. But I think it's going to be pretty seamless. So make sure that you watch for that email. You're going to get an email that says, welcome to the Living Plate RX library, and you'll have a new login, and everything is now going to be in one place. So all of your training is going to be there. The chef's program is going to be there. You're not going to have multiple logins. It is going to be one big library. And I'm super excited about launching that for you guys. Also, Karen could not be on the call with us today. Karen Reiser supports our community with coaching calls. She has a coaching call tomorrow night, and I think there are a handful of slots available. So you could go to her Canvas site. I am going to drop it once our live is finished here. I'll drop the link so that anybody who's interested in signing up for the coaching call tomorrow can. Let me just share my screen here with you, and I'll let you know where that takes you. It takes you to Karen's site where she has her coaching calls here. So you would sign up for March 22nd, which is tomorrow. It's not evening, it's tomorrow afternoon. And then she'll have 2 in April, 2 in May, and 2 in June as well. So we ask that when you do sign up for these coaching calls that you show up, because we only take 20 people at a time to make them as helpful as possible. They are Zoom rooms. So you're going to get to come in. You can ask really detailed questions. Karen will share her screen. Feedback has been phenomenal for these coaching calls. So make sure that you take advantage of those. Somebody is saying, awesome, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so somebody is asking, should we wait to link our marketing until you launch on the grand opening? No, not at all. Not at all. The library houses your consumers, your clients never see the library. That is for your eyes only. So the library is just going to be fresh. All the content is going to be organized very much the same way that it is now, but it's just going to be easier to navigate. So you'll be able, I would not wait. If you're looking to launch a course, go ahead and launch a course. It's just the experience that you as a practitioner are going to have in interacting with Living Plate RX content. That's the only difference. So no, don't wait. You want to get started. Okay, are there any other questions before we finish here? It's been really great seeing you all again today. I'm going to be back in 2 weeks doing another live call. Now that will be after we launch our new library. So I expect there's going to be a lot of questions and some feedback. We're going to be ready to react to your experience. I'm hoping that it's going to go seamlessly. Again, I think it's just going to eliminate a lot of confusion. Right now, people are having to log into multiple sites to get access to the content. It's going to be really great to have everything in one place. Jasmine is saying, thank you so much. This has been super helpful. Great. So make sure if you are getting ready to launch a course, you're going to want to take a look at the launch runway, which was our Q&A strategy call 2 weeks ago. And then you can review this call in addition to the Practice Better blog post that we did in collaboration with their team of experts, and that video also that is embedded there, as well as the Anatomy of a Sales page. So you have a lot to work with. And we just want to support you as much as we can so that you can have the success that you deserve and not spend a whole lot of time, with all of this nitty gritty. It's a lot of work doing what we do, and we just want to help people, right? So that's what we're here to support you with. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. And if you are watching this as a recording, feel free to tag me if you have any questions, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Take care, everyone. Bye.